good on you.
That's beautiful.
Lisa Briggs with Bruce Company is here.
I'm sorry.
Taking your plant and garden questions. Good to see you.
Hello.
Brought a little mum along.
I did bring a little mum along.
It is the season, right?
The season, mums, pumpkins, corn shucks, all that stuff.
There we go. Let's get get to the phones. We'll start with Bonnie in DeForest. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
I have a tropical hibiscus, and it's huge. And I'm wondering if I could bring it in for the winter months into like a shed that's like 55 degrees heated. Would I have to keep that watered, or could I just let it like go dormant, like sleep, and then hopefully in the spring it'd come back?
Bonnie, any tropical hibiscus are going to need to come inside to a place where there's a ton of light. And 55 degrees, it's not necessarily the temperature that's a problem, but in a shed where it's not in really high light, I don't think it's going to survive very well. Also, they're going to need to be regularly watered through the winter. And that brings up a really good point. Since the temperatures are going to be dropping, anybody who's got houseplants outside are really going to want to think about getting them into the house.
Check for bugs.
Check for bugs, but it's kind of almost too late for that. Bring them in, put them in your bathtub, and spray them down with insecticidal soap.
All right, now's the time.
Now's the time.
40 degrees.
Absolutely. 40 degrees, get them inside.
All right.
Let's go to Mike. Are we going to Mike online too? Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call. Hey, I have an indoor Shamrock plant that I inherited it over 20 years ago, and it's beginning to look a little bit sparse. I know it goes into a period of dormancy, but I was wondering if there's any fertilizer I can offer it to give it a little boost.
At this time of year, especially as plants are going into dormancy, they really want you to cut back on the fertilizing, let it go through that dormancy period. Kind of keep it, let it dry out on the surface before you water it. And you could do something slow release, but you'd want to do something really gentle and light as far as fertilizing is concerned.
Maybe wait till spring to fertilize?
If for a regular program, yeah, you'd want to wait till the spring.
Okay, let's go to Leah in Madison. Hi, Leah.
Hi. I bought a tree peony this year, and I'm getting conflicting information on what to do with it to keep us sort of survive through the winter.
The tree peonies are super hardy, and you won't have to do anything, but what you want to be really careful of is that you don't cut it back to the ground like you do with herbaceous peonies. All of those woody stems with those little buds, that's going to be for next year, and so you don't want to do what my husband did last fall and cut them back to the ground like he did with the regular ones.
Harvey.
Oh, boo.
Stick with cars, buddy.
So just
stick with cars.
Just leave it, and it'll be fine.
All right.
Let's go to Cheryl, I think it is. Cheryl's in Linden Station. Hi, Cheryl. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have some canna roots. I've heard you can leave them in and winter them in the ground, but then I've been told, no, you got to dig them up. What do I do?
They've got to be dug up. So get a big shovel, because they probably are 3 times the size they were when you put them in the ground. Dig them up, brush the dirt off, and wherever you see those little buds, you can break them apart. Put them in a flat with maybe some Excelsior or something that will, some peat moss. Keep them in a cool, dark, airy spot, and check them every month or so to make sure that they're not getting rotten, and they should be good to go next spring.
Okay. Let's go to Rita in Partyville. Hi, Rita.
Hi. I was wondering about the plant called Climone.
Okay.
And I've tried planting it several different times, and it kind of winter kills. But then I'll get a whole patch going, and it really looks beautiful, but I can't keep it.
Let it go to seed. Cleome is an annual here. It's also called spider flower. But what you want to do is, it's an annual, but the seed are hardy. So you want to let it go to seed, let it drop some seed in your patch, and then next spring you'll get new plants from the seed.
So it seeds itself.
It's a reseeder, but you can't keep the original plants going.
All right, I think we got time maybe for one more. Jeannie in Mineral Point. Go ahead, Jeannie.
Hi. I have 3 flowers that I didn't get potted this summer, and well, I got them potted, but I haven't got them planted in the ground yet. And they're daylilies. Okay. Can I still plant them, or what should I do with them?
Daylilies will be fine. Go ahead and get them in the ground. Maybe keep a little bucket of mulch, bark mulch, somewhere where it doesn't freeze. And when the ground freezes, go ahead and mulch them in, and they'll be fine.
It's time to clean up the gardens?
Yeah, definitely. Anything that's diseased, you want to cut back and get rid of that. Don't leave it in your compost. Time to think about maybe your final lawns, lawn fertilizing for winterizer and doing those final cuts.
We were just talking about planting. It seems like yesterday.
I know. We were talking about planting yesterday. Now we're talking about unplanting.
Time goes. All right, Lisa, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for calling in. We'll get to you next time, and we'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.